This is a morning practice to ease you into your day, especially for those mornings when you wake up and all you want to do is put the covers off and go back to sleep and not face what's ahead of you. We're going to do a little bit of yin yoga, a little bit of movement, and as we connect it all, I hope by the end of it, you will be ready to face what's ahead of you. Let me know in the comments if it works. I am Anita Goa. If you're new to me and my channel, welcome. And for those of you who have been around for some time, I hope you're excited to see me back. I am easing my way in. I'll see you on the mat. All right, we're going to start lying down on the floor. And the first position will be Banana Asana or Banana Asana, however your accent will pronounce it. And you're going to move your hips a little bit to the right. Let your legs move to the left as well as your upper torso. And maybe reach the arms over the head. Grab a hold of the right wrists, and if you want to cross your ankles, maybe the left ankle on top of the right or the right ankle on top of the left, I interchange it depending on how it is that I feel. And this morning I'm going to cross my left ankle on top of the right. And then once you've bent a little bit here like a banana, notice how that feels on the right side of your spine. You might feel this a lot into the waist. You might feel it a bit into your hips. You might feel a lot of tension in your shoulders. And if you do, adjust your arms. Maybe close your eyes or keep them open. Whatever you do, stay connected to your breath and allow yourself to soften in the position that you've set yourself in. Stay here for a good minute. See how you can move your breath into those areas that might feel a little tight, might feel a little stuck. And as we're finding stillness, see how, as you're breathing, allow for that inner flow to happen. Gradually waking up to the day. Gradually exploring our vast potential. Just creating some space first and some connection first. I personally find that the day flows better and feels better when I've created some space for myself in the morning and found that connection to myself. Let me know if it feels the same way for you. Good, and to slowly come out of it, just release the arms and maybe bend one leg at a time, rooting the feet into the floor, draw into your abdomen and your core to lift the pelvis and come back into your neutral position. Let's just stay here for a moment, one hand on the belly, another hand on the heart. And notice how that feels on the right side of your spine. And we'll gradually shift over to the other side, letting the pelvis move to the left, letting your legs and your upper torso move to the right. Maybe reach the arms over the head, grabbing a hold of the left ankle, and then play around with the crossing of your ankles, right on top of the left or left on top of the right. And as you settle into this side, allow your breath to take over. And as you allow the breath to take over and move and flow through your inner body, allow yourself to make adjustments along the way. As you discover maybe some areas that feel tight, stuck, not as hydrated and lubricated. As you allow the breath to flow through your inner body, gradually awakening the sides that are maybe still a bit sleepy. Good. And slowly releasing out of this, I always like to release my arms first and then bend one leg at a time, grounding the feet into the floor, even though we're a little bit off center here, just to lift the pelvis back into the center. Right? Always reminding ourselves to root and ground and draw in, to connect in, to find that stability. Maybe place one hand on your belly, another hand on your heart. Notice how you feel so far. How do you feel this morning? What are you in need of? Inhale what you feel that you need in the flow, in the stillness. Exhale what you feel that you might want to release and let go of in the flow or in the stillness. Then toe heel your feet into a place where your legs are hip distance apart and cross the left ankle on top of the right. Let your left knee draw away. Anchor your hip bones into the floor. You can stay here or you can lift the right leg off. Slide your hands behind your thigh. You can place this right foot up on a wall, on a chair as well. Or you can bend the leg and then slide your hands and support yourself in front of your shin. That intensifies the stretch. And as you hold around your leg, you might feel that your arms stretch a little bit more. And I always feel a nice little stretch through the neck and the shoulders, and that gives me a good release. All right, but adjust yourself according to how you feel. Feel your breath supporting you, always putting yourself in a position where you can breathe fully. And allow any tensions, any tightnesses in your hip to soften and release. I always love to contemplate the name of this position, threading the needle. Some parts of our day might feel like they are in need of a lot of focus, might feel challenging in getting that thread into the needle or through that tiny little hole of the needle. What can often help is if we just slow down and tune in. And allow ourselves several tries before we hit the mark. So have compassion towards yourself in the flow. Allow yourself to find the stillness. Good, and slowly release that. letting your right foot ground, letting your left foot ground, and just take a moment in between each side just to allow it to settle. Changing it to the other side, so right ankle on top of the left thigh, drawing the right knee away. You can always stay here, or lifting the left leg, placing the left foot on the wall or a chair, sliding your hands through and supporting your hands behind your thigh, or bending the leg and supporting yourself on your shin. All right, all positions are valid. What is most important is that you find a position that supports you today, where you can breathe, where you can find connection in the flow, also where you can find connection in the stillness, in those pauses. And to remind yourself to pause at any moment when you need it. Especially during those challenging, threading the needle moments where you might have to pause a little extra, maybe focus in a little bit more, take a few deep breaths, give yourself as many tries as you need to in order to get that thread through the hole within that needle. Good. Allow yourself to slowly release out of this, grounding the left foot and then the right foot. One hand on your belly, another hand on your heart. Set an intention for your practice, for your day today. Noticing what it is that you are in need of. Inhale what you feel that you need. Exhale, release, let go of what will not serve you today. Palms together, touch your forehead. Trust yourself, trust your own inner knowing. Touch your heart. Have compassion and unconditional love towards yourself. Parallel your feet, interlace the right index finger on top of the right and stretch the arms up and over your head. Take a deep inhale. Maybe move the feet a little bit further away and then exhale, drawing through the core, roll yourself up. Inhale all the way up. Feel free to bend the elbows and then exhale, roll it all the way down. Interlace the left index finger on top of the right. Stretch the arms up and over the head. Take a deep inhale. And then exhale the arms forward, draw into the core, roll yourself up. Inhale and maybe bend the arms, opening up to the day. Touch your forehead and your heart. Cross the ankles and roll over, come to a tabletop position. Set yourself up so your arms are shoulder distance, legs are hip distance, and then turn your fingers towards you. And stretching the wrists a little bit here, forearms, maybe preparing for some computer work or smartphone work. Round it into a cat stretch as you exhale. And inhale as you arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round, very gradually. Inhale, arch. One more time, exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Good, and slowly shift your hips back and peel your hands off the floor. Inhale all the way up to a camel prep. Maybe let your left hand move behind you, right arm reaching up. And then slowly release the right hand down, reaching the left arm up. Just a little camel flow And do that again. Just stay with your breathing. Stay strong in your core. Only go as far back as you feel is okay for your back. Root into your shins and the tops of the feet. Lift a bit through the pelvic floor, finding your flow in this simple little movement. Make your own adjustments according to how you feel. Good. And inhale, both arms up. And exhale, touch forehead and heart. Bring the right foot forward to an Anjana Asana position. Give your knees and your shins some padding if they need it. And then cross the left elbow on top of the right. Eagle arms. Inhale all the way up. You might have to step the right foot a little bit more to the side. And then exhale, hinge it forward. And as you hinge forward, try to press the right thigh against your waist and draw up into the core. And then press away. Inhale, open. And then exhale, draw into yourself. Inhale, open. One more time. Exhale, forward, really rooting down, drawing in. And then inhaling, opening up and expand. Exhale, the hands behind your back, interlace the left index finger on top of the right, and open up the chest. Full breath in. Full breath out. Full breath in. Full breath out. Lower your fingertips to the floor or hands onto blocks. Curl the back toes under and straighten out both of your legs. Fold over the right thigh as much as that is fine with you. Just find your flexibility. Explore what that might be for you today. Good. Bend the front knee. And then lower the back knee into the floor again and place your hands on the inside of your right thigh. And you can stay here, keeping your chest open. You can place your forearms onto blocks. Give yourself some more leverage. Try to keep the right thigh as close to your waist as you can. You can also lower your forearms onto the floor. Try to keep the heart open. If it feels good to turn to the outer edge of your right foot and allow the knee to open a little bit more to the side, feel free to do that. And equally, if you want to reach the right arm up, add a little bit of a twist here, feel free, or perhaps bend your left leg, which of course intensifies it all. So find a position where you can fully inhale and where you can fully exhale. Breathe in, breathe out. If it feels tense, if it feels tight, try to soften, stay with your breath, and allow it to transform into liquid, into movement, into lightness, into a deep, enjoyable flow from the stillness. From stillness to movement, from movement to stillness. Good, and slowly release that. And come up into a low lunge position and step the left foot forward, mat distance apart. And come into a low Indian squat. Feel free to sit on a block or sit on your heels, whatever you can support. Press your upper arms against your shins, lifting your chest, just finding a bit of space here in our torso. Also, spread your toes as you root down into the feet. Soften your jaw. Soften your eyes. Just having a soft gaze in front. Good. Then slowly release the hands to the floor, stepping the left foot back again, and then the right foot back, and come into a plank position. Pause it here. Arms shoulder distance, legs hip distance apart. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale to baby cobra or upper dog. Exhale, round it into cat. Inhale to cow. And exhale to downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Full breath in. Full breath out. Good. Lowering the knees and the shins into the floor again, coming up into that camel pose. And then letting the right arm move down, left arm reach up. And just shift it over to the other side. Good. Do that a few more times. Just again exploring it this second time around, and notice if you have maybe a little bit more focus, a little bit more connection, a little bit more ease, right? Referring back to that threading the needle, where that hole seemed really small. How are you going to fit that thread into it? And then reach the arms up. But somehow touch your forehead and your heart. Somehow it happens. Yes, step the left foot forward. Somehow it happens when we just allow everything to settle. We find a way. Right elbow on top of the left. Maybe you want to move the left leg a little bit to the side. Inhale it up, protect your knees. And then exhale, draw into yourself as you go forward. Inhale it up. Exhale it forward. Inhale up. Exhale forward. Good. Inhale up. And then exhale the arms down and behind your back. Right index finger on top of the left, opening up the chest. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lowering the fingertips to the floor, or place your hands onto blocks and straighten out both of your legs, folding over the left thigh. Coming back into that low lunge position, placing your hands on the inside of your left thigh, maybe bending the back knee. And you can stay here or place your forearms onto blocks. Or come all the way down onto the floor. Or if you want to, reach the arm up. And then perhaps bend your right leg. And if it feels okay to let the knee open to the side and you're resting a little bit more to the outer edge of your left foot, go for it. Right? Just explore and see what is feeling fine today. What is possible today? Explore, go into it, and if it doesn't feel right, be willing to step back. This is what yoga is all about. Being curious, exploring, and I think we're all the wiser for it. Good, and slowly draw in to come out of it. back into that low lunge and step the right foot forward and staying wide as you need to be. And you can stay in the low Indian squat either like this. You can place a block underneath your seat, pressing your arms against your knees or your shins. Just creating lots of space there in the torso. Good. Releasing the hands to the floor again. Stepping the right foot back. Stepping the left foot back to plank pose. Pausing here. Exhale, knees, chest and chin. Inhale to baby cobra or upward dog. Exhale to cat stretch. Inhale to cow. And exhale to downward facing dog. Good. Slowly lower the knees into the floor, cross your ankles and sit back. And extend your legs out in front of you. Maybe adjust your pelvis, perhaps bend your legs and fold just as far over your thighs as you can. I love to take a bolster and place it behind my knees as a little bit of a support. You can even take a bolster and place it on top to give you some support here as well. We'll stay here for a good minute. Just feeling the stretch through the back body, the hamstrings, the calves, the lower back, middle and upper back. Exhaling as fully as you can. Release, let go of anything you don't want to bring with you into the day. And if you already know what you would like to exchange it with, inhale, whatever that might be. Just completely soften any areas that feel stiff and tight. Allow it to dissolve, to create flow and ease, circulation, movement. Allowing you to move from the stillness, allowing you to move from your inner body to the external world, into your day. And slowly withdraw and come all the way up. Put any bolsters to the side. Cross your legs. Feel free to elevate your pelvis if you want to or need to. Place your hands on your heart. Stay with your breath. Notice how you feel after this practice. Super simple practice with some stillness, with some movement. but very potent and powerful. As you gradually integrate into your day, into the flow of your day, see if you can create some space for stillness, for pausing. Palms together, touch your forehead and your heart. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope that this was helpful and that it felt good, that it sets you off for the day. Enjoy, and let me know in the comments how this felt.